Over the weekend, I kept hearing people talking about new Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks and wanting me to discuss them. And I started looking and I was like, what is everyone talking about? What new leaks are going on? And so I started doing some research and I began looking around and I came across this massive PDF file that seemingly spelled out not only what the characters were going to be saying, what they were going to be doing, what the missions were going to be like. It was massive. It had to be like 200 pages long. And on the surface, it looks like it came straight from Rockstar. Like, this is the plot of GTA 6. Well, it turns out that this is all like probably fan-made fiction with some sort of combo of Chat GPT filling in the rest. And so because of that, we know that this is 100% fake. In fact, even the official social media account for GTA Forum said, seeing a supposed GTA 6 leak on a massive Google Doc circulating, nothing better than getting it straight from the source where a big chunk of it has been copied from. Check it out on our own GTA Forums, a very detailed concept by the Hoover 69. So that has been debunked as fake, but it hasn't stopped individuals from saying stuff like this. Just FYI, some people in the community know GTA 6 spoilers. I've known this for a while, so let's hope they don't leak it. If you're reading this, please, for the sake of everyone, keep them to yourself. We waited a decade for this. Don't ruin it. And Legacy Killa HD responding saying, oh, they're out there, hopefully not obvious until after release. Also a bit shocking that more than a few community members have accurate knowledge on major story beats. So that right there is essentially what everyone was talking about, and it sent the community into sort of a tailspin, wondering if there was new information or new leaks or new things that have gotten out. And the answer to that is no. It just seems to be a rehash of old leaks that we've been talking about even before the GTA 6 trailer had gotten here. And I was trying to think about what those leaks were, because it certainly couldn't have been revolving around the September 2022 leaks or the trailer that leaked out. And I don't think it had anything to do with like the tiny little TikTok clip that leaked right before the trailer dropped that apparently came from like Aaron Garbett's son. I don't think it had anything to do with that. And instead, what I think this is referencing are some alleged GTA 6 story leaks, because last October, a now deleted Reddit user actually shared prologue and plot details claiming that the trailer in December would confirm what he said. Now, at the time, his leak was dismissed for not providing any other proof, but now that the trailer's here, this might actually give us some story details. So on the off chance this does have anything to do with what is happening in Grand Theft Auto 6 as far as a plot, mechanic, story standpoint, you've been warned. We're going to talk about some spoilers. So it was posted 8 months ago on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit, and they ended up saying this. First of all, this thread contains spoilers, so if you're not willing to receive any spoilers, I suggest you continue to not read this thread. I posted this originally on GTA 6, but moderators insisted on deleting it for some reason without reaching out to say why. I won't be able to give my source of this info. I completely understand everyone who's skeptical, and I'm not just one more of those. A friend of a friend told me about this. Believe me or not, I have a reliable source that worked on the game. I'm not asking you to blindly believe what I say. All I ask is you to please have some patience and wait until the teaser trailer gets released, as it will likely confirm the information I provide on this thread. Also, please take everything I say with a grain of salt, as the game is still under development. The information I'll provide here might have changed over time. I strongly suggest you set reminders to check this thread again in the future. Without further ado, let's get into it. So regarding the plot, they go on to say, I was surprised by my source when I was told that Lucia has a baby that she abandons at a delicatessen before heading out to a bank robbery and then getting arrested for doing such an act. It is not known if the baby was a boy or a girl, and obviously there will be no kids in the game. This only happens in a cutscene as a flashback of the past. I have no information about what happens to this baby after this point. After a few years, Lucia gets released on probation. She's picked up at the prison by Jason, who's planning a robbery with her, and they'll fall in love with each other after some time. The majority of the planning for the missions takes place at a nightclub called Vault. In the very first mission of the game, you control Jason, and you have to follow a plane that is about to land and carries a Russian drug dealer. Apparently, Jason meets this guy and starts to plan a mission to steal drugs. In the drug stealing mission, they are chased by the police, and the drugs end up falling into the ocean. There is a following mission where they have to dive and retrieve it. Then he talks about mechanics. There are new mechanics for detecting threats and valuable items around you. This is not like a special ability like Franklin's ability to drive cars with a special handling. This is a new mechanic that seems to be inspired by the Deadeye targeting system from Red Dead Redemption 2. This mechanic is revealed in the Hank's Waffles dining robbery present in the leaked videos. And Rockstar has also been focused on detailed mechanics of searching places. This one also seems to be inspired by a mechanic from Red Dead Redemption 2. That's all I can reveal for you guys now. Again, please come back to this thread when the game gets released and after Rockstar releases a teaser trailer, as it'll potentially include some of the information I said here. See you again soon. So let's sort of summarize the main points from the leak. We know there's going to be some sort of flashback as Lucia has a kid that she abandons before heading out to a bank robbery and getting arrested. We also know that there's going to be a time jump. We've seen this used in other Rockstar titles because we know a few years later, Lucia gets released on probation and is picked up at the prison by Jason, and then they start planning robberies and fall in love with each other. We know that they're going to have a base of operations, a nightclub called The Vault. We also know that there's going to be a prologue, which sort of establishes the main point of the game involving Jason and a Russian drug dealer. But now that still begs the question, is any of that information real? It was posted 8 months ago, which would have been weeks before the first GTA 6 teaser trailer, and it was also posted before November because a news website, Rockstar Universe, reported that Lucia also has a child, which added some credibility to the leak. And then in December, the official stuff comes out when the trailer is released, and the very first scene of the trailer is Lucia in prison, as the leaker said that she would get arrested, and the artwork revealed that Lucia has an ankle monitor, which the leaker also said she would be released on probation. And what's so wild is this is strikingly similar to something that happened with Red Dead Redemption 2. It was between October 16th and September 28th, 2017. The protagonist, plot details, epilogue, and gameplay details were all leaked. And someone on Reddit who went by the user Red Dead Insider essentially leaked all the details of Red Dead Redemption 2, that you play as a gang leader named Arthur, that you move from camp to camp, you acquire other gang members such as Little Jack Marston, Abigail, etc. And at the end of the game, you end up with John Marston on a ranch and you do things like, herd cattle and you build farms and whatnot. That's exactly what happened, minus a couple of details that changed or that Rockstar improved on. And so we might be looking at the same thing here. And some of those details were indeed confirmed in the trailer. Some have obviously not been confirmed, whether or not Lucia has a child or not, and whether or not Jason gets involved with Russian drug dealers. We don't know, but some things like her being incarcerated in prison and getting out on parole with the ankle monitor, and them certainly falling in love with each other, which is what looks like that occurs, as they say they have to trust each other as they're essentially laying together in bed. I would say that implies a romantic relationship. We might be looking at one of the most significant GTA 6 leaks that kind of went under our nose, and it'll be interesting to see when Rockstar shares with us more details and when, of course, the game comes out, if that turns out to be the case. I'm going to remain cautiously optimistic here, but I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Let me know what you think about everything we discussed in this video today, from the leaks, from the craziness of people talking about it. Is this just a result of the fact that Rockstar hasn't given us anything new to discuss about in, going on half a year now? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.